Yeah, Wednesday morning, February 4th to 2026. So we're going to test out the waters today. I got out about just at 8:10 right now, right at the time on the screen. So it was 4 to 14 minutes. Wasn't looking promising, but I did get an order within 4 minutes here. So at 8:14, I got 6.95 for 1.8 miles. Good way to start the day. Deliver that by 8:26 from McDonald's. Got there at 8:24. $4 tip. Good on them. Took less than 10 minutes. 8:33. Got this is when a lot of bad things started happening though. 2.95 for 2 miles. All right, so check this out. We didn't take this, and what is it? 8:33. At 8:34, get the same exact offer. It's ridiculous. Come on. So that's 2 declines right there. Should only be 1. I don't know why they'd send me that again. There weren't a lot of dashers out, and sometimes I complain about not getting orders, but maybe I should want dashers out so people take these orders. But there wasn't a lot of dashers out at the time anyway. So 8:34. 2 minutes later, I get this 2.95, another no tip, but for 3.3 miles. That's also ridiculous. So McDonald's is kind of screwing me in the morning. So there's 3 declines out of what I delivered one one order. So I dipped into the 70s today for sure in my acceptance rate. 8:36 now. 8:42. Finally get a decent one from Prineville Coffee Company nearby McDonald's. 6:20, 1.1 miles. Delivered by 8:50. Got there at 8:52. I don't know why, because they really weren't. I didn't have to wait too long, I don't believe. But 3.25 tip, good on them. 6 minutes later, get this 4.95 for 6.5 miles. No, McDonald's was killing me with the declines today, so decline that. It's 8.58. 9.03, get a 4.95 for 1.7 miles. A Deep Roots coffee. It was actually ready when I got there. It's close to McDonald's, fairly close anyway, and not the best offer, but I mean, I'm not going to decline it at this point. So I took that, delivered by 9:14, got there at 9:12. So still somehow got $18 out of that first hour. Amazing. 9:12 now. 3 minutes later, get this 773.9 miles. That does go up the grade. I took it. It's not ideal and puts miles on the car, but I took it. Delivered that by 9:29. Got there at 9:28. It took a while to find the guy too. It took a while to find the person to give it to them. 4.75 tip though. It's pretty nice. All right, 9:28. I'm headed down. I'm way up the grade, as you can see there. So I'm headed down. It says 5 to 15. I don't even see like McDonald's on the map, or I think over there is Taco Bell and Starbucks to the right, and then that coffee company I just delivered from. That was from my order. So, all right, heading down the grade. It's 9:29. 4 minutes later, I get this 6:45 or 1.7 miles. Prineville Coffee Company. I did that. Deliver that by 9:43. Got there at 9:43. 3.50 tip. That's a pretty good tip. An hour and a half in, so starting to look promising, but I didn't get another order for the rest of that block. It was a little less than 2 hours and 10 minutes, or a lot less actually. But so that was the first block. I log right back in at 10:01. I get $6 plus for 0.7 miles from McDonald's, so that's decent. For sure, we're going to do that. Deliver that by 10:11. Got there at 10:09, and it was only 6:09. The tip was 4.09 on that, with a $2 base pay on that one. So, anyway, kind of a good start. The problem was I didn't get an order for the rest of that hour, and I was kind of cruising the strip, or I'd go east. I was moving, just didn't get an order. So that after that hour, I only made $6. I restarted my dash. I ended it and restarted a new one. I just figured I'd try something because it was slow, obviously. Oh yeah, I mean, I just duplicated that. Sorry about that. But 11:02, it's funny, I was in Grocery Outlet. I was checking out, and I saw an old Dasher. Used to dash here years ago, and he's a good guy. We were talking, and he's like, "How is it out there?" And this came in. And I'm like, "Look at this. I mean, this is a bad one, but One item, 327, 2.8 miles. I think I ended up taking this, or in a stacked order, to be quite honest with you. So anyway, but I didn't take this. 1103, yeah. So they added it onto this order, and I did take this. I don't know. It's not a great order. I'll be honest with you. So shopped. It was hydrogen. It was one item, hydrogen peroxide. Headed over to Dairy Queen, grabbed the Dairy Queen, delivered it really quick, then went up. So I ended up taking that order, and I could have unassigned from it, but why? I don't know. So delivered both those. Ended up being $1 tip for that, and $2.75. But the base pay was $4.13, so that kind of helped out. And DoorDash really is maybe struggling to get some things delivered, so they have to up their pay. All right, 11:22, and I did a 2-hour block. So at 11, I went from 11 to 1. So this is a 2-hour block here. But at 11:20, what is it? 11:25, get 672, 1.8 miles. Grocery outlet, 3 items. I'll do that. 672 plus. Delivered by 11:45. Got there at 11:38, and it also turned out to be 12.72, so that helped. Customer tips $10, and base pay $2.72. So that really helped. I was kind of surprised. But let's move on here. 11:38. So 4 minutes later, I get 10:40 for 3.9. Stacked bees, teriyaki, and Sora sushi. Different customer drop-offs, but I'll take that for sure. Deliver both those by 12:07. Got there at 11:59. Wow, that's crazy. My base pay $3.90, and then $3 tip and $3.50 tip. So good on the customers too. So that one worked out. So we're starting to have a much better block after I, got off DoorDash and got back on. So hour in there, 5 minutes later, I get $6 plus 1.3. Bonita, this is a new place, but it's really someone ordered through the website on this one, and they use DoorDash as a third party delivery deal. So I don't even know if they're on DoorDash. Pretty high end place. I was expecting a bigger tip, but delivered by 12:16. Got there at 12:11. But it was $5.18 tip. That's pretty good. It was pretty close too. So $7.18 total on that. 1 minute later, I get this, 5:37, 3.1. I looked at this as 4 bottles of wine and something else. So figured that'd be easy. It's not a great order. I'm not even close to grocery outlet, but after that last hour I had, I took this. Had trouble finding the wine too. And actually, when I found it, there was only one. So I had to call a customer and ask if she wanted a replacement. She did, so I had to deal with that too. Got out of that. Delivered by 12:32. I still got there at 12:31, so $3.25 tip. Good enough. $2.12 base pay. 12:36, so 5 minutes later, I get a $5.95. 1.1 miles, just walking around. Love that guy. It was good to see him. I hadn't seen him in a while. Delivered by 12:44 on that one. Got there at 12:44. Good enough. $3 tip is pretty short delivery too. So then that's it. 101. My dash ended. So, but that was a decent block there, and then I actually scheduled myself from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Another 2-hour block. I was going to give it a try, but kind of ran out of patience especially when I saw this. So now I ended up going home. So there's the miles on the day, 46.8. Let's go over the breakdown of the dashes. 32.25 on the first one. 14 dash pay, 17 customer tip. Only 5 deliveries. Active about half the time, just under 2 hours there. So that's kind of cool. I'll live with that for sure. 609, 409 tip. I mean, don't have to break this one down too much. Took an hour. It's active 8 minutes. Something felt wrong there. And the next dash was pretty good actually. 49.50, 17 dash pay and 31 customer tips. So yeah, good. Good on them. Ended up being 8 deliveries, 2 hours on the dot there. Ended up working 5 hours today. So for a Wednesday, I don't know, it wasn't $87 for 5 hours. Equals out to be $17.50 an hour. I was surprised to see that because it didn't feel like that at all to me, but it was. And then per mile was only $1.87 today. I'll take that. It's pretty good. You know what I mean? But I knew I put extra miles on my car with one of the trips I went up the grade. So just is what it is. I was willing to accept that at the time. And on the week so far, we're at 199.71, 83 pay and 116 tips. So, and 12 and a half hours. Not active half the time, but I had, Tuesday was or Monday was an off day, really. But anyway, so those are the numbers on that. So that breaks down to actually almost $16 an hour that I've worked this week. So that's not too bad. I'll head to the ratings really quick. Starting to get concerned about the acceptance rate because of all the declines. It was actually in the 70s, at least 78 or maybe even below, but it jumped back up to 80. Completion rate went up to 99%, and other rating 100% on time. I got pretty good ratings actually. I should be getting all the priority orders. Just kidding, but I'm still not pro shopper. I dropped out of that. I believe it was yesterday. And I'm not going to fight that. It's almost impossible to do here. You're always going to run into items that are out of stock. So, so that's the week. Just through Wednesday. Basically 2 days of work. So we're going to put in the time. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm sure I'll go out Sunday morning. The game doesn't start till 3:45 or something like that. So, and I don't need too much of the hype. I need a little, but not a lot. So we're going to finish out the week and see what we end up at. So hope you guys are doing well. It's also a City of Commerce banner weather day today. I'm not going to show you what the weather is here because it'll piss some people off, I guess. But it's a good day to kick back and enjoy the afternoon. So you guys all take care. Talk to you soon. Peace out.